Hi, I'm Paul, and I chair our board here at Every Nation London. I'm also one of the elders in our West congregation. Vocationally, I work in investment banking in the City of London. Now, as a registered charity, we have a board of trustees that are responsible for a number of different things. Firstly, it's missional alignment, making sure that the resources and the finances we have are allocated according to our mission and our values. That's really important. Secondly, we are responsible for pastoral executive oversight. So making sure that we have accountability for Dave, the senior pastor. Third is financial reporting. We're audited professionally every year. We need to make sure the books and records are prepared for such audit. And finally, we're responsible for legal compliance. It's making sure that we follow all the rules and regulations as set out by the Charities Commission. We have an incredible board here at Every Nation London of really talented people. We have one CEO, a CTO of a bank, we've got a head teacher, and 4 of our people on the board are chartered accountants. Really talented people with a real passion to steward God's provision in this house, and all been members of the church for a long time. This year, and right now, we really want to give thanks to God for everything He's done this year, really blessing us so much again. We really want to honor you who are partnering with us to help on this mission to make disciples and make a difference. I'm now going to pass over to Dave, who's going to talk us through our financial numbers for the year ending June 2025.
Hey Every Nation London. This is a family moment for those of us who call Every Nation London our spiritual family. We think it's important for transparency and for trust that you have a high-level understanding of our financials for the year. So here's our financial report for the year ended 30th of June 2025. We had total income in this year of just under £1.2 million. And that includes about £894,000 in tithes and offerings, the gifts that people give to this church. And get this, on an underlying basis, excluding some extraordinary one-off gifts that we received last year, that's a 10% increase on the previous year. And that's reflected also in an increase in the number of people who gave, from 316 people in the prior year to 360 people in the current year. It also includes gift aid of about £219,000. Every time you give, if you're a UK taxpayer and you click that gift aid box, it enables us to collect an extra 25% on top of what you've given from the UK government. So please do select gift aid if you're a UK taxpayer. And then lastly, it also includes interest and a little bit of other income of about £83,000 in the year. Moving to our total expenses, we spent just under 1.45 million in the year. And some of those costs at a headline level include, firstly, our tithe of 10% to our Every Nation global family. That's 5% to the global office and 5% to the region in Europe, totaling £108,000. It also includes our property expenses for renting, maintaining our venues in the West, in West Kensington, at Queen Mary University in the East, and at Kingston University in the South as of January of this year. It also includes ministry, missions, and operating costs of about £250,000. That's what it costs for us to run the ministries that we provide. And then last but certainly not least is our staffing cost. This was about £817,000 in the year and reflects the costs of compensation and care for our most valuable resource, our people, employees and contractors alike. And that's increased on the prior year and reflects an increase in the average headcount during the year from 20 in the previous year to 24 in the current year. I want to take a quick moment to celebrate some of those staff, in particular our amazing missionaries who raise their own financial support through what we in the Every Nation Global family called Ministry Partnership Development, or MPD. We as a church contribute something towards each of their salaries, but beyond that, they are fully funded by partners like you who generously contribute financially to their support over and above what you're giving to the church in tithes and offerings. These heroes of faith are Drew Powell, Lily Start, Lydia Anderson, and Margie Van Hastian in the West Congregation. It's Ramel Cervantes in the East Congregation, and Jonathan and Joanne Pardy and Johan van Vuren in the South Congregation, as well as Franz Olivier and Tracy Watson, who serve in Europe. The net result of all of this is a deficit of about £252,000. And this is a result of a conscious, intentional decision our board have made to invest into two things in particular. First, into leadership development to deepen our bench of leaders that will continue to lead us into future growth. And the second is church planting, specifically planting the newest South congregation in Kingston. As at the end of June, we had total cash reserves of just over £1.8 million, and this enables us to be able to continue to invest as we feel led, and also to be ready to respond to opportunities that may arise for us to be able to purchase a permanent place of presence, a building for us in London as God calls us. We're so thankful to God for another year of His faithful provision towards us, and so thankful to you for helping us to fulfill our mission to make disciples and make a difference. Here's Tammy to tell you a little bit more about the impact we've made this year as we make disciples.
Thanks, Dave. I'm here to give us a snapshot for how the money that we receive and spend is changing lives for eternity as we are seeking to make disciples across the city. The first thing that we can celebrate is that the church is growing. Over the last year, we have seen a 10% increase in church attendance. We've also had 177 new people connect with us for the first time by engaging with us at the Next Steps area. And 81 people have completed the Follow One course. This course is our first step in our growth track that helps to establish people in the basic foundational truths of the gospel. We have also celebrated 25 baptisms this year. Baptisms are our best outward indicator of salvations. These people made a public declaration of their faith and so are celebrating eternities that are forever changed. And finally, we raised up 25 new Connect Group leaders this year, and we planted out 8 new Connect Groups across this city. We have so much to celebrate, and we are so thankful to God for what He is doing in our church. And we want to thank all of you who have partnered with us to make disciples in our city. Here's Andrew to tell you how we are making a difference through our going.
This year, 88 people were actively involved in mission. That includes 16 who answered the call to go to the nations. In October last year, a team of 6 went to Cardiff to partner with our Every Nation church there that was planted by Every Nation London. And another 10 went on outreach to campuses in Tampere, Finland as part of our evangelist summit there. 42 went to the campuses right here in London, reaching students at Imperial College, King's College, Queen Mary in Mile End, and Kingston University. And as a result, we've seen great growth in our campus ministry across all 3 congregations. 30 went on outreach to the community, including generosity campaigns to bless the West Kensington community at Christmas, Easter, and Marshmalloween, the Easter outreach at Kingston, and the weekly community hospitality at the Gibbs Green Food Bank. So as you can tell, our going is making a difference in lives by revealing God's love to people. Now, here's Liz to tell you how we're making a difference through our giving.
So how have we made a difference through our giving? In this last financial year, we gave £21,700 to 3 great causes. Firstly, we gave £7,600 to Ikatello. Ikatello is run by Graham and Tammy Wright, who used to be part of this congregation. They went back to South Africa to run 2 great villages for 130 orphan children. These children receive love, care and education in these villages, and we've come alongside them to give them this money to build a new village where they can look after even more orphan children. Secondly, we gave £4,000 to the Ukraine. We have been able to, with your generosity, sponsor 20 Ukrainian children who have been traumatized by the war to attend a week-long summer camp which has been run by our Every Nation Church in Ukraine. For a whole week, these children get to restore the joy of their childhood, and we have trained counselors on site to give them the therapy they need.
Here's one quick story. On the arrival day, there was a kid wearing a t-shirt saying "Kill the Russians," and with a graphic picture of someone holding a decapitated head. We just had a burden to pray for this guy, and when we did the altar call on the last night, this guy came forward with tears. He was one of the first people to respond, giving their lives to Christ. He came and gave me the most enormous hug with tears again, just not wanting to let me go. Thank you for your incredible investment in the Kairos Youth Camp in Ukraine. Ruth and I saw over 100 youth impacted, deeply impacted with the gospel, many responding with tears, repenting, giving their lives to Christ, many more saying for the first time they're actually interested in exploring the Christian faith. We experienced firsthand how these kids were impacted. Thank you for your investment.
And lastly, we have spent £10,100 caring for the needs of people in our community who are in dire financial need. If you or anyone you know has a food poverty need, please do not suffer in silence. Come and talk to one of your pastors who will gladly help you out with a food voucher while you get on your feet. All of this has been made possible by your generosity of giving tithes and offerings, and we just want to say a really big thank you. May the Lord bless you abundantly.